What's happening, player?
Hey, what's going on, love?
Child, another day, another 5 cents. That's it. That's all you get.
That's really all it is. And after they tax it, it's like 2 cents.
It's not even two. It's like 1.32%. That's
Yeah.
all you get. 1.32 cents out of the five. That's all you get.
I saw in the news the governor is giving us another cost of living increase. I bet
Oh,
I won't
must be
even fit it.
nice. It's better than nothing.
I will buy a Snicker bar.
No, you can't afford Snickers. You know they're up to like $2.50 for the regular bars now.
Maybe it'll be something at the dollar store I can buy.
I don't know the last time I even been to a dollar store,
Me
girl.
either. I can't do the dollar store. I'm bougie. So, okay. What are we talking about this week?
Welcome to I Ain't Trying to Be Funny, but
But
with Keita and Kim. Lord have mercy. It's been a long week already. Thank goodness I'm off on Monday. You already off, but some of us still have to work.
Yep.
Today we're going to talk about very briefly. That's the but.
Right.
Very briefly, we'll talk about Put a Ring on It. I'm so glad that was the last episode. Love and Marriage Huntsville, they probably get 1.32 minutes.
Hopefully
And
so.
Belle Collective is back. Same.
And they with
different,
the shits already.
Same. Different thing. And last, Power Book 2, Lord have mercy.
This was like the best episode all season.
Yeah, but we got to talk about some stuff, so let's get started. Put a ring on it.
Okay, so one, who
one
got engaged first? Joya and Jasha got engaged at the park.
I liked it.
Yeah. She was all like, what's that music playing? Well, no, nobody do that. What's that music? She was just so, like, she knew what was going on. Like, girl, quit playing with me.
What's funny? Okay, so let me just say this right quick. And I've said this, a number of times before, how I've been on TV several times. And I was talking to someone else the other day who has been on TV and knows
I have
folks
been on
that have...
TV. I just let you go on and talk about it.
Anyway, you never make this point. You never made this point about how there's so many things that have to occur in the background, like setting up cameras, meeting people, them telling you how things are gonna go. It is just so funny to me when somebody opens the door, like my friend said, opens the door as if you didn't know you won that $10 million publishers clearinghouse. Yes, you did, because they had to tell you.
How would you know? How would the camera already be in your house?
Right. So it's just funny that these people go, what's that view? Girl, you saw that camera over there, and you saw them with the radio, and you saw everything else. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm. All those cameras out there, and they dressing in the same colors. I was like, y'all knew what was about to happen.
You knew what was about to happen. So, I mean, it kind of ruins it, because it's like, Jason's gonna, propose to you today. You good with that? Can you stand right here? And he's
maybe they say it may or may not be a proposal. They know it's not just a date. When do y'all dress alike on a date? That's all I'm saying. Same colors. Did you notice that? Joy and Jasha had on, I think, yellow or tan or whatever. Yeah. The one with the lips. They had on green. And the other ones, what they have on red?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to them. Her laugh throws me off.
I was like, why she sound like SpongeBob?
Right. Yeah, it's so anyway. But yeah, so it was cute. It was cute.
Yeah, so she got her ring, which is all she wanted. Boom, it's done. Zay and Jasmine got engaged. No surprise. All she wanted was that ring for whoever it came from. She wanted that ring. She got it. Happy for you, I guess. I don't want to see the breakup story. I don't want to see the, oh, he did this. I don't care. This is what you wanted. Shut up. Move on. He straight up be out in these streets.
Scrumps and screet.
Yeah, I can't do him. So yeah, they deserve each other. Go ahead. Be happy with it. He gonna be out in them streets and she gonna be at home with the baby crying. So, or whatever. And then the last couple, Ricky and Catherine, no surprise there either. They did not get engaged. They need to stay best friends.
But I don't think that she considers the fact that Ricky has been married before. So you got to believe in your heart of hearts that the second time around he's not just going to jump into something that already has a huge red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which would be very smart on his part. But I just think her expectations for him to ask her to marry him is just too big. He's not there yet. And guess what, babe? Neither are you. She don't need to be married to nobody.
No, she doesn't. And she needs to do a lot of work on herself. She needs to get her life together. That's all we need. You know, she the broke best friend. I need her to get herself settled. So it was the right decision.
Right.
I mean, I know she's embarrassed, but that they went through all of this, they could have decided that months ago.
But I think that Ricky probably was telling her, not now. And you don't forget the fact that he did make the statement about being in a better financial position.
Mm-hmm. She got to get off this couch.
So I do think that Ricky has told her some things, but I think it took Stacey J to be like, girl, work on you.
Yeah.
You know. So, and sometimes it does. Sometimes it takes someone else that's impartial, you know, has no stake in your relationship whatsoever, to say that to you. And hopefully she'll listen. But I wrote the same thing for Joya. I don't know that Joya actually took what Stacey J is saying to heart. I think she regurgitated out the same information, but doesn't mean that she is taking that advice and going to move differently moving forward. I don't, based on what I've seen, and of course, you know, it's whatever they show us, I do not feel like she's going to move differently.
I don't think so either. I think she will hold off on the baby talk for now.
You mean for this week?
Yeah, she's just gonna put a pin in it for a minute, and in about 6 months, she's gonna be like, "So when do you think you're gonna be ready for a baby?"
And then he gonna be like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work out."
Yeah, I am really curious. I don't really care enough about Joya and Jaisha to spend a lot more time on them. I think the most interesting for me was Ricky and Catherine, and I felt bad for her because it seems like she said, okay, I've been a lot on Ricky. I've been, you know, he's been sticking with me, trying to stay with me, trying to work with me. I've been a lot. I shouldn't go with this Marcus guy, even though I really like him and he likes me. I'm going to try to stick it out with Ricky. And then Ricky was like, yeah. So
I'm going to head on out.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the dude I'm going to stick with. And he's kind of like, I don't know about all that. So, but then again, I don't know if she really needs to be with Marcus either, because he's disrespectful and full of himself. He, you know, he got a little shine. She went on 4 dates with him. He thought he was the man. But you don't have to talk bad about Ricky. Focus on you. Do
Yeah.
you? So
Yeah. And we said that last week that Jasmine had to point out that how she talks to Ricky. You know, that's bad when people who don't even know you can observe that in that short amount of time that you don't even respect this dude and you want him to give you a ring.
And
Girl,
she
stop.
and it looks like she really has some serious anger problems. I know that after the show, she probably cussed him slam out. Like, I know you ain't bring me on this.
But how can she? She don't have a roof.
She can go stay with Marcus, stay on his couch. What difference does it make?
A couch is a couch.
Ain't it?
And on that note, love and marriage Huntsville. And
all
on
right,
that
what
note,
you got to say about them?
I don't mean to talk about anyone, but I am getting ready to get on my Charlemagne the God tip. There is some folks out here who really need to seek therapy. And I think the first person that need to be in line is Tiffany. It is really, really, truly something wrong with her. And I think that she needs to seek professional help. That girl scares me. And I ain't even, I'm nowhere near Huntsville. She is
Psycho. And has the nerve to be talking trash to everybody, big and pregnant. Like, she gotta understand that's the only reason she ain't been popped in her nose already.
Right.
It's because she's like, 8 months pregnant or something. She looks, you can see it in her nose and everything's probably a boy. So yeah, she's very pregnant. And but it's almost like Carlos put a, the little wind up thing in her back. Because she's coming.
It's like she's trying to get her own show or something.
Or she's trying to stay
extra
relevant.
Extra loony.
She's trying to stay relevant because everybody's been petitioning for her and Lewis to get kicked off the show. So she's just trying to have a voice. But girl, you just gonna come for everybody. She is so lucky. Okay, so let's kind of go in order because that was towards the end.
Look, it was the first thing I wrote. Tiffany is loony. Like, I just, out of the whole show, if I had to summarize the whole show, is Tiffany is loony. What in the hell? Like, I don't even want to be in the same grocery store with her. And
Kiki is a flip-flopper. She rowdy and then apologizes. Rah. I'm sorry. I'm like, girl, like, she needs to dig her heels in like Destiny. Destiny be like, I said it, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Kiki, she
wishy-washy. She talk a lot and then she backtrack. Tisha is useless. The text was a reach to me. So there was a tweet where somebody said, Kiki gonna tell everything Carlos King, you need to keep her on the show. Apparently Tiffany liked that message. And then sent it to Kiki. So they trying to say that means that she agrees with everything Kiki says and how she was coming for Tisha. That's not necessarily what that means. But it is kind of contradictory to the last episode where she was like, I don't know you. I'm sorry, I only know of you. I don't know you. If you don't know me, why you got my number? Why you text me? Why you liking a post about me? Like, yeah, okay, knock it off, Tiffany, with your psycho self.
Yep.
But Tisha just uses that as ammunition to want to go after somebody because they talked about her marriage. Oh, her marriage. And it's and they like, for real.
I ain't trying to be funny, but
like, when are they really gonna either show this man and his other families or stop talking about it? Or just goddamn stop talking about it. Like, if you're not good, this is not moving anywhere. Marcel must have his stuff sewn up so tight because, he got the NDAs airtight.
No, he paying them bills.
No, but he's gotta have something else legal.
I know, but whoever she's is they ain't complaining. They're not losing anything. He must be paying all that's why they in a rental property.
Yeah. Stormy over her. Now one thing she did say that was funny, because she said something like we did. She was not feeling that etiquette lady. She said, I was like, bitch. I said, I felt her on that. I said, like, bitch, don't tell me about being a lady. I was feeling her on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't need her. And we don't need First Lady Nell. I don't know why they digging and dragging her out every episode now. We don't need her. Why is Melody trying to fix the cast with these
I don't either.
all of these little sessions she keeps wanting to have? Honey, you won't get along with nobody.
Absolutely.
So who gonna fix your attitude and the way you talk to people? She thinks it's okay to just say nasty shit and then smile and go, I'm unbothered. No, that's not true. You are very bothered. You're petty. You're messy. Yeah, all of the things that everybody else on the cast is. Just, you know, there's just no speculation about her marriage because it's over. And everybody already knows what happened.
Everybody knows. Whether they wanted to know or not, they know about it.
And they will not stop talking about it in that group on social media. These folks just stay investigating.
Obsessed.
They are obsessed. They are obsessed. And they will say the same thing 12 times a day. I'm like, y'all need a life. I think I'm going to have to leave the group. I stay in there to get the tea. But then when I get it, I'm like, I don't even know if
it's not worth it.
I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know what y'all talking about. They done dug up like 12 girlfriends for Martell, which could be true. You know,
Martell living his best life. He's divorced.
You remember the tea and somebody was sitting next to First Lady Nell. You were like, who is that? Well, apparently she used to be friends with Coleslaw. And so she's now Tisha's stylist. So that's super messy. They act like there are only 5 people in Huntsville. You know, you can find somebody else to be friends with. You only friends with this chick for the dirt. And then this week, they're saying that somebody that was at Martell's event is his real girlfriend, not Sheree. Some other chick named Belinda.
It could be.
It could be. Who cares?
It could be. And he introduced Sheree as a friend. He did not introduce her as a girlfriend.
He said friend girl. No, specifically, he said friend girl, which I know people who use that term, and it is to mean a girl who is a friend.
That's a friend. I say it all the time. And it's so funny because I think the show put Martell's girlfriend as the label or something. And I'm like, but he just said that's his friend.
He said his friend girl.
So he didn't even introduce Sheree as a girlfriend. So why? I don't know what I believe as far as their relationship. I don't understand why she would need him and he would need her, but that's, I guess I'm not supposed to understand. But they don't have any chemistry whatsoever. No, and the fact that when they walked into the event and he kind of moved forward and she didn't even move back. She kind of went left, right. She was like,
she did her own thing. There was no point where he was like introducing her to people. He wasn't like, this is my lady. None of that. It was, Sheree's my friend girl. Yo, yeah, she's here. She over there somewhere. Like if somebody was like, well, where's Sheree? Oh, she's somewhere.
That's exactly what happened. And that's why I don't think that is real. I don't understand the point of their friendship or whatever. You could be friends without her coming on your show.
Yeah. It seems like somebody said, a business arrangement,
But it doesn't even have to be
add
that
to each other.
Exactly. That's the point.
I heard you. It's just, I did find it interesting that she came to his house afterwards.
Yeah, no, she was in the kitchen.
No, she came in the front door. Are you saying she went out the kitchen and came in the front door? No, she just ain't stay there because that ain't her boyfriend.
Right, exactly. I do have one question for you. And if you can answer this one question, you will be the most brilliant person on this earth. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What was the magazine cover for?
You mean what was the company?
No, the cover. Him being on the magazine cover. For what?
I didn't read the headlines. I don't know what it said. Because when they flashed it, I was just looking at his face because it was so airbrushed. I didn't pay attention to what the headline was.
Oh,
I don't know, probably because he's a businessman. He got properties. He's got the wine.
he got properties?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
He can't be a broker because he still hadn't passed that test. But he helps close deals and stuff. He's popular. He's a celebrity. So whatever. They might as well put me on the cover.
Exactly. Can you put us on the cover? We got a
Yeah.
popular podcast.
Yeah. Now, I did find the only thing genuine between Sheree and Martell was that she seemed really excited that he was studying for his test. She was like, oh, good. Like, yes, baby. Yes.
Look, good for you.
I think everybody's like, yay, yes, you study. Yes, that's what you need to be doing. Forget these parties. Leave the fur and the tight
Leave the fur.
and the oils and all of that. Leave that to the side. The naked cookbook, all that. Put all of that down and get and study. Go study.
So the talk that they have, and this is my final comment because I really don't care. But when she was saying the questions that Tiffany was asking her, and when they got to the part about does he still love Melody, and he was oh, I was like, dude, stop. We know you still in love with Melody. You are in love with Melody. He has love for Melody. The fact that Sheree's face was like, bitch, you lying. Like she knew. Come on now. It was just too much drama. And he's obsessed with Melody. Let's keep it real.
It's just his narcissism, honestly, because I don't know what's going on. You freezing, I'm freezing.
I can see.
Yeah. So lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, he's a narcissist and they need people to love them and like them, right? So he just can't stand the fact that Melody left him. He would be okay if he left her, but he can't stand that she's done with him. Like that, I think that's the main reason he's obsessed. Like he needs her to acknowledge him. And she also has exposed him, and a lot of people online hate him. Right? A lot of them still love him, but there's a nice contingency of folks who like he ain't shit. So, and he can't stand that. So he spends most of his time trying to clean up his image and trying to present the no, don't listen to that. I'm actually wonderful. That's why they always are pushing this amazing dad, narrative. An amazing dad who acted a fool at his daughter's birthday party and then didn't go see her afterwards. Right. The amazing dad who dogs their mother out every chance he gets. Like, not an amazing dad. Not even a really good person.
And the rumor is he's threatening to expose a sex tape that they had. Okay, but they were married.
So, I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see it either. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure it's a whole bunch of married people out here that got sex tapes with their spouses. Why is that like something you gonna hold over people's heads? Like, don't do that. Like that. When I saw that online, I was just like, that is so jacked up that he's stooping so low.
It's juvenile. It's really juvenile.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and it's not a shock to us grown people that you would have a sex tape with your spouse. Damn.
Unless it's a tape that was made after they divorced. That would be the only thing that would expose her. Or if it was, even before because I can't remember if their paperwork has been signed or not. But, if it's something that's happened since the breakup, that might expose her. Like, oh, you act like you don't like him, but you was just, that would be the only thing that would be some gossip. But I really just don't care.
Who cares? Anyway, next topic.
No, I did want to say one thing.
Okay.
Sheree made it a point. She made it a point to say several times, basically, that Melody was a groupie.
She
Did you
tried
catch
to say
that?
she was a groupie.
But I mean, she said it multiple times, like she
Mhm.
wants to get that out there. No, bitch, she knew who I was. She came to me. I'm the celebrity. I'm not sweating her. She was sweating me. And she did it as nicely as possible, but she put it out there. And so I'm thinking that's gonna come back up. Melody ain't gonna like that. Even if it's just an arrangement, do what y'all doing, leave me out of it.
Leave me out of it. I ain't got
She
nothing
didn't
to do
even
with
have
that
to
fake
say,
relationship.
even if Tiffany's asking her, have y'all met? She could just leave it at no. You just leave it at no. Because y'all ain't really meet. You just took a picture.
Yeah.
And if y'all just took a picture, how you remember her?
Yeah.
Saw, not that I'm a famous author, but I had a book signing.
You're so famous.
And I signed books, and I don't remember everybody's book that I signed. It's not like I can go back and be like, oh, I only met her because I signed my book for her. No, I wouldn't remember somebody like that. Yeah, it's petty. So, but I do think Sheree was on her best behavior because she is known to be quite ignorant.
Yeah. And I don't watch Housewives, so I have no context of her. I just know that she was on Housewives because she used to be married to somebody who's actually famous, and she was the wife of.
But he was trash, and he kicked her butt.
Well, I don't know. I don't know him, so I don't.
Bob Whitfield.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know him.
He was ugly, cross-eyed or something. Yeah, he was a mess and abusive, and yeah. So, I mean, Martell is a come up from that, but here goes Tiffany talking about
not much
being with a known cheater. Hey, bitch, you a cheater. Like, who you talking
right.
to? I love that. So
yeah,
they can get Tiffany together next episode. So yeah,
and then go off the air.
Enough for those folks. All right. So Belle Collective is back.
It's back. It is back.
So
and
Mississippi folks. I went to Mississippi, right? And I saw a sign for Pelahatchie. Is that the place where her people from? Pelahatchie Posse. I said, oh, that's the place.
Pelahatchie and then Brandon, which is where my grandmother's house was.
Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. My family's in Rolling Fork, Anguilla. I want to say some folks are in Cleveland. Where did April say she lived? What's her name?
Clinton, we don't know her.
I think she lives in Clinton. Is that a Mississippi place?
Clinton.
Okay.
And there's an actual chapter in Clinton.
Oh, look at that. And Yazoo City. The
Yazoo City.
Metropolis of Yazoo.
I don't know. I'm from Jackson. That's all I can say. All the other stuff.
I have never seen all of these little towns. I spent the whole weekend there, and I'm just like, whoa. Okay, Mississippi. All right, so Belle Collective. The show picks up a month after the reunion. And what's happening? Latrice and Cliff are having issues because
why are they married? Lord Jesus. That girl takes me through so much. I don't even know her.
Sugar daddy. Come on, that's obvious.
Is she really? Is he really?
Yes. It's the only reason that young girl would be with that old man is he has some money.
She said she live in the outer skirts.
She did say outer skirts. But she, she calls him Zaddy. That's been an issue for me since the very first season that she was on there. I don't, no ma'am.
But she says she doesn't like kids.
She said that. She didn't say, I don't want kids right now. She said, I don't like kids. I don't want to mess up my body. She is all about her goddess length hair and her clothes and kicking it. And that old man needs to stay at home with his grandkids and leave her alone.
Yeah.
He is not listening. Once again, we got a couple where one of them wants a child, the other one doesn't, and they're not listening to each other
at all. And it sounded like last season they weren't doing what they needed. She wasn't doing what she needed to do not to have kids, hence the pregnancy scare. If you don't want kids, baby, trust and believe you will do everything you need to do to not have kids.
Yeah, well, she's heading that way. They sleeping in separate rooms now.
Well, and that guy, her manager, Joshy, you could tell right off, he does not like Cliff at all. He does not like him.
No, you can't just tell. I think he says it. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is very apparent about it. It's not like you got to read between the lines. He has nothing but contempt for Cliff. And in that regard, I understand he's riding for his girl, but he's out of line. You can't live in this man's house and disrespect his face.
Yeah. And she felt so uncomfortable. She looked so uncomfortable when Joshy was like, you deserve better. I don't like when you're like this and this. And she's just like, starts sort of melting away and clamming up. And then she gonna try to come out and go, well, you can't talk about my husband like that. You can't disrespect him. But then she cowards back. And I'm just like,
because she knows that when Cliff sees this episode, he gonna hit her in her head. She's gonna be on punishment. She's not gonna be able to come outside. Something's gonna happen.
She wasn't able to come outside this episode.
But I'm saying it'll be even worse when he sees how bad.
She didn't get permission to go outside.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you didn't have permission to come here. Well, his main thing was, you're not gonna come here and talk about me on camera with these people. And that's another problem. I mean, it's obvious that she talks. It's not just what Joshy is seeing. She's obviously telling this messy queen what's going on in her marriage. And he ain't got the good sense to keep it to himself or keep it between the two of them. He's spitting it back in Cliff's face. Yeah. And that's always going to be a problem. You are disrespecting their marriage and in their house. So he's got to go.
He's got to go, but she needs to go too. Because that's an unhealthy relationship.
It looks unhealthy, but you with an old man that you call him Zaddy, he gonna treat you like you his daughter. Duh. Come on now.
What was your post for today about common sense?
I keep thinking I keep assuming people have common sense, and then I get mad when they don't. Yeah, that's just dumb. That's dumb on my part. Yeah, I should know by now. All right. Yeah. So that whole scene at the end was so uncomfortable.
It was.
Like, he rolled up on her.
I mean, he might as well have her arm. You know how you put the child arm up in the air and kind of drag him by the arm. That's what he looked like. He was doing to her. You did not have permission to get out of the house. Like,
yeah, you ain't tell me you coming here. I didn't approve this. Right. And he's like, you coming out here right now, take your mic off, turn the cameras off. They tripped me out with that. Like, you on a reality show, you signed up to have these cameras and stuff in your face all the time. But then when it get really real, they be like, no cameras. No. And these producers, they're gonna always still have a mic and a camera. Don't play. Yeah. They will pull out their iPhones and be like, look, don't play with them.
Right. I've never liked him. I felt like that relationship was super awkward from the beginning. Don't know these people, but with the stuff that they're showing us, it's like, y'all don't match. What the hell? And my thing is, did you really have to marry him? Like, he was gonna be your zaddy without a ring. Now you in this relationship that you got to pay to get out of.
He probably went ahead and married her because he wanted more kids.
But she didn't want. This girl verbally said, "I do not like kids."
This time, but this is the first time I've heard her say that. I don't like kids. Before
she don't want kids.
Yeah, before she kept making it seem like not now. But this episode was kind of like, never. No, I'm good. Now she might change her mind once the cameras were off and he got her in that house and hemmed her up. Not Penny. What I tell you, he got the iron. Like good times. Got her.
Not Penny.
Yeah, he got her together. Now she, and you gonna give me a child. Yeah, so she gonna change her tune, or she gonna have to leave. It's gonna be one or the other. She can't stay in that relationship and not have a child for that man. He is not having it. He is so not having it.
And you said that they started filming a month after the reunion, which meant that a month after the reunion, she was sleeping in a different bed. And I wonder when that actually started.
Probably before the reunion, because the reunion is filmed a while after the show stops filming. So they film the season, and then it's a few months, then they have the reunion, and then they pick right back up with the filming. So yeah, it's probably been about 6 months maybe since the last season. So
girl, that's a hint. If I'm gonna sleep in another room, I might as well sleep in my own house. Like, what's the point?
Young as she is, absolutely.
And somebody, and that's the thing. She is a pretty girl. She about her business, and she's young. Girl, move on before you get.
I think he probably had the seed money for her goddess links, got her together, and now she, she's getting rich. She probably does not need his money anymore, and she's like, yeah, I'm good on the baby. I don't think I'm gonna do that. So, but it
she'll be stuck with him forever.
But it depends on how their situation was set up, because I have the feeling that his name is on a lot of things.
Might be.
Yeah.
We need to put those Love and Marriage Huntsville people on that.
Those investigators. Yeah.
They'll find out immediately.
I bet there's a Belle Collective group where they dig into these people's lives. They were finding dirt on Marie and her rehab center, which we'll get to. Okay, so next up, who we got? Letitia, as Glenn said. What you think about them two?
Once again, they don't need to be together. Like, why she go back? And she went back. She was like, I went back for the dick. Like, oh my God. Like, okay, he's your husband still. So that's likely, you would go back and do that. That's likely. But don't act like he wasn't just out here giving it to everybody else either.
Well, no, he's the one that shouldn't act like he was. He's the one acting like he wasn't out there giving it to everybody when she made him put on a condom. He was. But that's why she made him wear a condom. And he got the nerve to be appalled by that. Yes, wear a condom because you've been slanging it all over Jackson.
Right. Or wherever he was. Because remember, he was traveling, and we don't know where he was traveling for this job.
Right.
Oh, he's a truck driver?
Slanging that thing all over. Yeah, you can't come back in and just be raw dog, and that's not what we finna do.
Right. Yeah. But but I just didn't like the way she said that, as if the whole first season, is this the second season?
Third.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The whole second season of this show was about you catching him cheating again for the umpteenth thousandth time, and you took him back yet again. So really, shut the fuck up. Like, really,
it really sounds just like that other show we were just talking about. Right. She just didn't have another baby. She didn't have a sugar mama.
Right. Yeah.
But you see how it happens. It's easy for people who've been together to fall back into bed together, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. But girl, you do just stop.
I think they both sick though. He's the kind of person that's just like, I said, I'm sorry. I'm tired of talking about it. Move on. Like, whether you forgive him or not, whether you there with him or not, he's just like, I ain't talking. I ain't trying to keep apologizing. I ain't trying to talk about this no more. What we doing? And she's just trying to be hardcore. Like, it's got to be my way. Right. Period. So she can go stay in that old cheap ass place that So Gucci found her with them raggedy blinds. She can go and stay there.
Man, I was looking at those properties and I was just like, but last season you were in a really nice house. Like, yeah.
Now you're gonna go stay in Lake Crossing. I can't do this with her. You remember Lake Crossing from
yeah. It's just an example, people. It's just, we don't mean anything by it.
Does it still exist? Does it? They not still. People not still living in Lake Crossing, are they?
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, she, like you said, she just try to be hard. It does. She didn't mean it, y'all. She didn't mean it. She was just, it was the first thing she thought of. You got to remember.
I know, I'm serious though. You don't go from living in a big, like close to mansion, and then you go back and live in an apartment like you in college. That's the point.
Yeah.
So, anywho, yeah. So, so
21 Concepts 21.
Huh?
Concepts 21. You remember those apartments?
Concepts 21. Yeah, I know people stayed there too.
I did. I stayed there 1 year before I got my house. Yeah. But yes, yeah, that little townhouse, I was just like, girl, what happened? Like, okay. So Gucci. JJ is so disgusting with his bad body self. I just every time
so gross. He is so gross. Yes. Look, in the kitchen, half naked. I cannot stand to see naked people in the kitchen.
SpongeBob body. His body is shaped like SpongeBob. He got this wide and then these two legs.
It's not even before you even get below the neck. Oh snap! Tina Turner died.
No,
I just got a breaking news. Oh, Tina Turner died at 83. Oh my goodness.
That was the best concert I ever been to in my whole life. Like,
really,
nothing has ever topped Tina Turner ever. Really? My mouth. I watched that entire concert with my mouth open. I kept having to.
Wow. Yeah, I never got to see her. What's going on?
I saw her in Lakewood.
Wow. I never got to see her. So, oh wow. Yeah, but JJ is gross. He's putting whipped cream on his lip. It was just cringy. And I know
the whole time I was just like
embarrassed watching that back. What he said, God darn it, God darn it. He just kept saying, God darn it. It's like, but it's the pigtails and
look, we need Morgan. Morgan, can you please go put some hair on that head?
I just can't do him. And so Gucci must love it. So she right there with him. He got a whole bunch of kids, so maybe he laying it down. But I don't see how you get that far. Like, okay, I understand. Yeah. So, but he real raggedy for that whole thing, and then like, yeah, my mama moving in. What? No, sir. That's not.
See, and we'd be in different bedrooms because that's not happening.
How you gonna go from empty nesting to I'm moving my mama in? He was just saying he like having the breeze in the front and the back. You're not gonna be able to do that with your mama living there. You just get to a
girl. She got up from that table and left. She was like, "I don't even want this lobster. You can keep this lobster."
Yeah, she was like, "I'm good on that." You and your mama stay over there. I'm out. So Gucci.
Girl.
That's the only thing I like that Aikisha said is I can't be calling no grown woman so Gucci. What kind of name is that? I agree. Adult. I would have to call her Sophia, but I know somebody with a crazy nickname, and everybody calls him that. And another friend of mine was like, "I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I cannot. I can't
do it either."
He was like, "I can't."
I'm like said the entertainer. Man. I'm not calling no grown man delicious.
Delicious. What is your government? What did your mama name you? Because I can't call you that.
Yeah, I don't do nicknames either. I call people by their names.
So now what do you think though between her and Latrice? Because she, she's like, oh, I was helping Latrice and then she stabbed me in the back and went with somebody else. But Latrice
she explained it.
Follow up. And Yeah, I kind of believe Latrice on this one.
I believe Latrice.
But on the other hand, I don't know how many hands I got. On the other hand, Latrice
That
said
sound like Tiffany, baby.
she's saying she thought So Gucci had acquired this property for her. So as a businesswoman, how did you not know the status? How did you just think? So something is there's a communication problem or some paperwork issue. Something didn't happen. Something broke down along the way. And I don't know if it's Latrice's fault or So Gucci's fault. But apparently they didn't talk. Latrice was like, oh, wait, I don't have this property. Let me find somebody who can get me what I want. And she moved on.
Well, my thing is they showed a part in the show where Latrice had packed up.
Mm-hmm.
So she thought she had a property somewhere.
So, did you think you had your new house, or did you know before you started packing? That's what I'm saying. You don't. Yeah. When did you start packing? Did you think you were moving, or did you know? Had you signed?
Unless the only thing I can think of is unless she. No, I can't even say that.
Does it make sense? That's what I'm saying. Somewhere.
No. Something didn't make sense because she said she lost the other half of the space for her that her store was in. And now she's only working out of this much space instead of this much space.
Because she thought she was leaving that other space. I think she thought she was leaving. And when she realized she didn't have a new place, she had to stay with whatever she had left, right?
And it could be that So Gucci did find her a spot and it fell through.
So then if that happened, and why is So Gucci acting like she's surprised that Latrice moved on? Did she think that she was going to let her mess her money up again? Again. I would be like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to find somebody else. That's not a stab in the back. You fucked up. It's time to, So that's what I'm saying. It's something ain't right in all of that.
And instead of So Gucci picking, what is her real name? Sophia. So instead of Sophia picking up the phone and saying, Latrice, I heard you acquired a new spot. What happened? I thought you had hired me to find you a spot or whatever, and squash that.
Or could you give me a chance to make it right? Or I don't know.
But I'm going to say this. I don't know the last time you bought a house, but when I bought a house, I actually signed something saying that I would have you as my representative, at least for a certain period of time. Do they not do that anymore? Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, did you think you bought a house or did you know you bought a house? I ain't packing shit unless I know I done signed some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even move into my new office supposedly at work if I didn't sign my new contract. Something that says officially in writing that I sign that says,
I work here.
But it's much money. Right.
So we're not getting the whole story somewhere. We're not getting the whole
we'll get it since this is first episode and they already bringing it up. But Marie was looking for an excuse to call. I can't find it. She was looking for an excuse to come on here and talk about Latrice. She knows she cannot stand Latrice. She the one started with her that first season. She started.
It's jealousy.
Yeah, she's jealous because Latrice is unbothered.
Totally.
She ain't thinking about Marie and them wigs. She ain't think about her. I went to Marie's website. She got a white woman on the main page. That was duplicitous.
Okay.
I know it seemed random, but Black-owned hair company, you mostly selling to Black people. Why you got a white lady on your webpage? It don't make sense to me.
Oh, this the hair company, not the mental health stuff.
She didn't mention her mental health stuff whatsoever. When she said, I got Zuri Marie this, she talked about hair and beauty products. She did not mention her heroin rehab.
I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then. Tamara, no, what's her name?
Tambra.
Tambra. I wrote
Tambra, like
Tamra, and I kept saying, and I said, that is not her name. What is her? Tambra and Damon. Can they stop? This relationship is fake. Can y'all stop?
It's fake.
Just stop.
First she talking about having a baby. Then she moves in with him. And now she like, no, I need to move out. Like, it's not adding up, Tambra. It doesn't make, and when it don't make sense, it's because it's a lie. So tell it to somebody else. Now, the only thing that in that scene that gave me pause was he was just like, he don't understand why she tired. All she do is sit all day.
When he said that, I was like,
I was
pearls
offended.
are clutched.
Yes, I was offended. I sit at my job. I sit not when I'm in the classroom, but at my desk or when I'm online. I'm sitting. And you think I'm not doing anything? What are you, a bricklayer? Like, what is he talking about? I was mad.
I tell you what, let me tell you something about being drained at the end of an 8-hour day after you've been on 39,602 Zoom calls.
Thank you.
And you had to talk on all of them.
All of them. And they want you on camera on. Like, you know, like you can't just be laid up eating some chips or something while you listening to it. You got to be on and paying attention and not talking about people.
I had a Zoom call today at 12:30 and I came on camera, I introduced myself and I went off camera. I said, listen, I'm trying to eat lunch. It's great to meet you all, you know, but I'm hungry.
Right. And they're not factoring in, you know, they act like if you online, you're supposed to just be online the whole time. Like, I need to pee. I need to eat.
Yeah.
I might need to scratch. I mean, I'm just saying. Just give me a
And
break.
I ate my lunch on this Zoom call today.
Yeah.
So when do I get some peace?
Thank you.
Yeah. So when he said that, I was like,
how dare you? How dare you? Gentle reader.
Audacity, dear gentle reader, the audacity of it all. I was just like, this mother.
Right.
I had so many emotions with that one comment.
Mm-hmm. If I was her, I'd have been packing right then. Okay, see, I see you got me. I gotta go.
Oh, the hell up.
Throwing shit in boxes. Yeah. All right. So is that it? Because Keisha, yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did you catch when Sophia said it's 1,900 square footage?
I didn't.
Like,
I don't know those kind of numbers. I'm an adult. My house is not that small. I don't know those numbers. That's Lake Crossing.
She said square footage. I hate it. So next week on
we're gonna change the name of the podcast to I Hate You. I can't stand your ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're done with them. So Power Book 2 was really exciting. It was very exciting. But
yes.
I can't wait to to get to this part that I did not. It took one of our friends to point out, and I'm gonna see if you caught it. All right, let's go.
Run it. You take the notes. So run it. What's your first
girl point? Oh, I gotta get the keywords. So I do have to say that this episode had a lot of references to some funny stuff. Like Kane called Tariq T'Challa.
He did. I was like, what he know about T'Challa, dummy? You know he can't spell it.
And then Davis called Tariq Money Mayweather.
He did. He did call him Money Mayweather.
And then Kane is Suge Knight.
Yeah. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. I love me some Kane. Don't nobody else love the baby, but
don't nobody love the baby
out here. They treat Kane like trash. Every single person on that show. Like, he don't ever have anybody in his corner. There's nobody that he can say, so-and-so got my back unconditionally. No one person on there. I feel bad for Kane. Even his own mama would throw him under a bus. Nobody cares about him. He looked so hurt because he thought Effie was going to be the one. She not, baby. She not. We could have told you that a couple weeks ago.
But he knew. I think in his heart of hearts, I think he knew.
He was hoping that she would come around and she would get over Tariq, but no.
Poor Kane.
Yeah,
but Kane did. Kane, his acting is leveling up every show, every episode.
He's very realistic.
He's really getting better and better. And I don't know, I think you and I talked about it already, but I don't know if you saw the episode of The Breakfast Club with Drew and Kane on there. Yeah.
I just ran across it today and I was like, oh, I might watch this. I just had it on my YouTube. So I might
check it out. So we start out with Jenny and her fake ass tears. I ain't seen not one tear
over poor little Sax. Now she feeling guilty because she used
Now you feeling guilty. It's your fault. So she goes to the morgue and she sees Sax laying on the table. The song that they played, and I've never heard this song before. I actually wrote it down so I can hear the entire song. It's called Baptized by Marley Waters. Are you familiar with Marley Waters?
No.
I'm gonna listen to the whole song. I wrote it down. But it was so the scene when Jenny was crying, looking at Sax laying on the table. That's the song that was. I Shazammed it, so hopefully it's the right song. But that song. It was crazy because I was listening more to the song that was playing than what was actually going on in the scene.
You weren't sad that Sax was dead?
Oh no, I would like the song. Right. It's a TV show. He ain't really dead.
I thought it was just to show that he's really dead, because these fans out here don't believe nobody dead unless they know who got the body. They got it. We said that last week. He bled out on the concrete. The man dead, but folks,
he dead. He dead.
He dead. He woke up dead.
He woke up dead. Do you know that was on The Neighborhood the other day? Do you watch The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer? That dude, they told the dude to go crank up the car just in case the car blew up, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go crank up this car, but if I die, I'm gonna be mad at y'all," or something he said. I was like, "What?"
People say that all the time. Like,
wake up dead.
Yeah, wake up dead. I'm gonna get dead. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But like I said, folks wouldn't believe it unless they saw the body. So y'all saw the body.
Y'all saw the body. Let it go. He did. But yeah, I'm actually sad because Sax was obsessed. Just like Jenny and Blanca and everybody else that was obsessed. But Sax did a great job on this show. He did a great job.
He was believable as this obsessed asshole. I mean, we believed it. We hated him for it. If a character can make you feel something, they're doing their job. And he was making us, like Tariq made us hate him when he was a little kid. And now we want to
beat that boy ass with a belt in the elevator.
Threatening him. Yeah. Like, poor thing. He an actor. So that means he did his job. So
I'm acting,
good job. And then he's gonna be a bitch and send all these letters out. Not the letters from the dead. Y'all ain't have to do that, stars. Y'all ain't have to do that.
So let's talk about that. What did you think about? Okay, so the first letter went to Jenny, and he told Jenny to just stop. Let that shit go, because you're gonna get like me. Dead. So stop. And she was like, I ain't stopping. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go after this 18-year-old, 19-year-old.
Right.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
And she keeps dragging people with her. Yeah, she in there. Okay. Next letter was to
Monet
lying.
He
Like,
lied.
why you gonna tell Jenny to stop, but you still obsessed in the afterlife? You still coming for Tariq, and you dead. What
exactly.
is and Tariq ain't even the one that killed him. Like, man, listen. Well, he don't know.
But he thought Tariq would kill him, though.
He did. He thought Tariq.
But he didn't have time. He didn't have, in between dying, he didn't have time to go get more.
Go back and edit the letters. Be like, hold up. Tariq.
It wasn't Tariq.
Yeah, but still, he was worse than her, obsessed with this kid.
Yeah, because he's been obsessed since Ghost.
Since the regular Power.
Ghost.
Yeah, since the regular Power. He's been obsessed like 20 seasons over this kid. It was his time. It was his time. And then the letter to
Wait. So Diana believed what Sachs wrote, but Monet was like, this nigga dead. Like, why you gonna believe what this nigga say? Like, go do. I like how she say this. Go do what you do and find out. Cause you nosy bitch. Go find out. Yeah. So
Monet knows Tariq made her all kinds of money and got her out of too many scrapes for him to be the feds. It don't make sense. If you took 2 seconds to think about it, ain't no way this kid could be the feds.
But that's my point about Diana's character. Which one is it? Is she really smart, or she just street smart, or which one is it? Because she's too flip-floppy. Why would she believe that letter about Tariq? Girl, go sit in the corner. Okay, so then the third letter goes to 2-Bit.
Yeah. So clear that up for me. What was in the letter to 2-Bit?
2-Bit, didn't 2-Bit claim that he knew where Tasha and Yaz were?
Uh-huh.
And so to get the information, he wanted money.
Right.
First, of course. And Tariq was like, I ain't got no money. And he was like, well, give me the car then.
Right.
And so he gave him the car.
Was Tasha's whereabouts in that letter?
Yeah, because he went straight to the house, remember?
But I was wondering about that. So do you want to talk about who showed up at the house now? Or
we can, but yes. It had
because Tariq called Tasha, right? No, Tamika. It's funny because I knew a Tasha and Tamika that were best friends. So it's really messing with my mind right now. Tamika, the attorney, he called her right away.
Right away.
If he can call Tamika and Tamika know where his mama and the girl are, then why?
Yeah, but she's not supposed to tell him.
But it's just too. And then he called her and he said somebody knows their whereabouts. So that's what I'm saying. I got confused up in there. Like, did the letter say, here's their address?
Yeah, but
somebody else.
Right. But in Tariq's mind, you gotta think 2-Bit crazy. He's going to retaliate against Tariq. I said 2-Bit, right? 2-Bit is going to retaliate. You don't know how long 2-Bit had this letter. You don't even, you got to make the assumption that 2-Bit already did something because he had the address, right? He had to find Tariq, remember? And remember it was nighttime.
So you think that he got the letter, he called the person that showed up, and then he went to tell Tariq? I just got lost.
Wait. What now? Say that
the
again.
Person that showed up at the house, at Estelle's house. Are you ready to say?
So that's what I'm getting. Yeah. So now let's talk about it.
That's where I'm lost at. Like, how does he get in it?
So that's not where I'm lost, but let's talk about it. So then the fourth, is it number 4 or number 5?
For what?
To get a letter. So the first letter was Jenny. The second letter was Monet. The third letter was to 2-Bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the fourth letter went to
Did he say he got a letter?
Yeah, I thought he said he got a letter.
I don't remember him saying that. I'm gonna have to watch that again because I don't remember him saying that. I just know that he showed up. So that's what I got confused about, because Tariq calls Tamika and he's like, somebody knows her location. And then somebody shows up at the location. So I'm like, how did Tariq know he knew? I don't know.
Okay, so I didn't get to that part again, but I didn't get to that part again, and we could watch that ending again. But that was my confusion. My confusion was why the hell would Tommy know where to go?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, that's not even my first question. My first question is, how could they get to Tommy? I don't know where Tommy is. How do you know where Tommy is? Because the reason why, okay, so let's take it back a step further. The reason why Tommy is mad at Tasha is because Tasha pinned the kingpin crap on Tommy in court.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Tommy is mad, okay?
Right.
But Tommy had already left New York and escaped.
But didn't he get a call or something at the end of his show about Tasha? I think he did. I think somebody called him at the end of his show and told him about Tasha. I'll have to go back and verify that.
That's our assignment. We got to go back and watch the end of Force and the end of this episode, because I was like, well, how do you know where to find damn Tommy? So it would make sense, like you said, for him not to receive a letter, but receive a phone call from 2-Bit. But then again, I'm like, what the hell would 2-Bit call Tommy?
I wasn't thinking 2-Bit. I was thinking that Sax probably is the one that called.
How the hell would Sax know where Tommy is?
How does anybody know where Tommy is? Well, he was in touch with somebody, though.
Ooh.
I mean, he's a drug dealer. Ain't no telling who. Maybe he was still in touch with 2-Bit. They don't mean that they know where he was. They just might have his number. But he sure got from Chicago to New York.
Number.
Huh?
The same phone number. If that's the case, then the police.
He got the same car. Everybody know his car. And them ain't worried about nobody finding him.
Tommy, no, that's a different car because it blew up. That's a different car.
Everybody still know that's Tommy and the Mustang, though.
Yeah, but the other car blew up, didn't it? Didn't it? Remember? Ghost crashed.
There's too many things to remember.
Ghost crashed Tommy's car. You remember they put a dummy in it.
It's too many things to remember. Because he was driving this car all through the show. And everybody knows
through Force. Right. So my thing is, okay, so this is one of those situations where we're thinking too rationally, because I'm just like, it's not making sense.
But they didn't go to where Tasha is being hidden. Everybody showed up at Estelle's house. If Tasha in witness protection, why is she just going to visit her mama, bringing groceries and stuff? She been shopping? Like, it was too many things that I don't understand. And if all they got to do is go to Estelle's house.
All three of them was together. I thought all three of them were together.
No, Estelle was in the house, and Tasha pulled up, and Estelle was like, "Where's Yaz?" Because Yaz was down the street
riding her bike or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're living together in this witness protection.
How is it witness protection? Estelle was at the cemetery. Like, anybody wants to find these heifers can find them, is my point. Everybody knows where they are.
Apparently. And apparently everybody knows where Tommy is.
At some other place. They were somewhere. I don't know. I thought the house was different. I didn't think Estelle was with them.
That's the arrangement that Tariq made.
Well, Tasha she just got back from the store. I'm saying she had just gotten home. So I'm saying, like, what kind of witness protection? Y'all still in New York. They don't do that, do they? What kind of witness protection leave you still in the same city? He should have been found them. They around the corner. It didn't take him 3 days to drive to get to her house.
Did not.
He went up the street. This was all the same
He went on the next street.
Like, what? I don't know. And
See,
I'm watching.
That's what I'm saying. I thought witness protection take you all the way across the country. I would say this. That entire scene, although I was happy to see Tommy, because I love me some Tommy.
I was like,
Tommy. I had the same reaction. I was like, Tommy. But then I said, wait, what Tommy got to do with this? Like,
it was very random. It was very random.
It was so out the blue, and I'm just like, what? And
they
so
then excited though.
Yeah, but then who hit Tariq for him to black out? Probably Tasha. He blacks out, and then Tommy kidnaps Tasha?
No, he didn't black out. Somebody hit him in the head.
That's what I said.
Oh, Tommy said Monet Tejada dropped him a message. That's who called Tommy.
Right.
That's who called Tommy at the end of the other season.
You're right.
I just looked at it.
You're right. And then, you're right. Monet called Tommy. How the fuck Monet get Tommy number?
See, I'd have to go back and watch. It seems like I remember him.
That don't make sense to me.
Outside her house or something. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What you do? Look up the transcript?
I just pulled up my iPad and just went to that scene to see what they, and I got the captions on so you don't hear it.
Yeah,
but
you're right. Now,
because I didn't Monet Tejada dropped
Monet Tejada. Yeah, and I'm like, how? Okay, so Monet does know of Tommy because she knew of the case with Tasha. Because remember, Monet and Tasha actually met and had conversation. Mm-hmm. So that part does make sense. The fact that Monet knows Tommy exists, right? But why the fuck would Monet call Tommy?
But why does she know where Tasha? How does she know where Tasha and Yaz are?
And how did she know where Tasha and Yaz were? And how did she?
It's too many how, why, who. I didn't follow that out. I watched it a couple of times and I was like, I still don't get it. So, I mean, we just gonna have to roll with it. Who hit Tariq in the head is what I want to know.
I think Tasha. Because she did not want Tommy to shoot, and then she's protecting her son. I think that's my opinion. I think Tasha hit Tariq. But they didn't show the person. So then when Tariq ends up in the hospital, I thought he was handcuffed to the bed because it was shown that he had killed those agents and stuff. But that wasn't the case either. So they let Tariq leave the hospital after he wakes up because now he got to start all over and go and find Tasha and Grandma and Yaz. But
no, they know where Grandma and Yaz are. Tamika said, yeah, he's only got to find Tasha.
Well, yeah. Well, I say Grandma and Yaz because now they got to move them to the next corner.
The real, yeah.
One more street over. Yeah, one more street over in the next block, and then go and find Tasha because none of that makes sense, like you said.
Yeah, I was thinking the grandmother wasn't with them. I just did not have that together because she came to the cemetery. How you gonna go to the cemetery? It was it wasn't Ghost's grave, it was Raina's grave, right?
It was Raina's.
If anybody's looking for you, they're gonna keep an eye on your family and the places that you used to go and the people you know. It's just, if she's in witness protection, that's just way too obvious. And Tariq met up with the grandmother.
Yeah, because they were supposed to escape together, remember?
So he could have just followed her if he wanted to know where his mom and them were.
He could have.
Just saying, it doesn't make sense. Not all of this whole where Sax was all like, I'm the only one who know where your mama and your sister are. And that's what he said. He didn't say your mama, sister, and grandmother. He said, I'm the only one who knows where your mother and your sister are. So it sounded like everybody knew. Like, I'm not like, what was
the agreement? Wait. The agreement for, ain't her name Estelle? Whatever, grandma.
Estelle.
To go with Tasha and Yes was not made with Sax, right?
But how would he know? How wouldn't he know that she's with them?
I don't know. But Sax could have been lying. We don't know.
It's too many loose ends.
He could have been lying, but he put it in the letter.
I tell you what.
He was lying, but he put it in the letter with two.
We got to stop thinking about it. Because I like the show. It was good. And I don't want to pull it
was
apart,
good, but I had the same reaction. I was like, Tommy. And then I was like, Tommy get there.
Yeah. So
yeah, I can't wait to, and I'm not watching the leaks. I'm waiting till, when does it come out? Fridays? Is it? I don't know when it comes out.
Well, at midnight. So Saturday.
So I'm gonna wait, and I usually watch it on Sundays. I'm gonna wait and see, but I hope they seal up all of these holes, because I'm sitting here going, what would be the advantage of Monet telling Tommy where to find Tasha? Why would she do that? Because she didn't even believe Tariq was a Fed. So, and I know she didn't. We know she didn't believe that. Mm-mm. So why would she put Tommy to kill Tasha? Why?
Yeah, and if she knew where Tasha was, she could have just went and killed her herself.
Right. So,
because Monet has no problem, getting people dead. So
yeah. So it's not.
Speaking of, we haven't discussed at all. Gordo's whole family now just dead.
We were going with the flow of the letters, so now we can go back. So Kane and Drew smoked out the family. They smoked them out, which was also stupid in the end, because Drew's sitting there, but I was like, oh, okay, I guess the smell just dissipated and Drew was able to take his mask off. But I found it interesting that Evelyn was the only one who woke back up mysteriously after she was the very first one to start coughing. Like, y'all doing too fucking much.
Well,
it was your mammy.
It was.
And then wait. It was your mammy.
She didn't die. He killed her.
I know, but still, It was your mammy.
So she came to Monet like, your son is confessing on video, mother to mother, help me out. Monet's
what you think, I'm just sitting here watching YouTube?
She's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. She treats her kids like shit, but she does ride for her own family over everybody else. So in these streets, you're not going to talk about her kids. In the house, she'll punch him in the face herself. Right. And she was like, nah, Evelyn, I don't appreciate that. And Drew's like, well, then they can die. And Monet's like, yeah, I'm good with that. Just, keep me out of it.
Drew said, it's my fault. I'll take care of it. Mm-hmm. We need to kill him. I was like, wait a minute. Wasn't it just I? And now it's we? You speaking French?
He couldn't do it by himself. So she knew Kane had to be involved.
Mm-hmm. And why? Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. This is the problem I have with the writing. Every time I've been to New York, it's been busy. It's people walking up. It's a shift city. It's people walking all day long. But all of a sudden, when Drew and Kane want to smoke out somebody, ain't nobody on the street.
Nobody. And they can park in front of the building.
And they can park in front of the building. I laughed to myself. Of course, I'm gonna write it down, but I laughed I giggle to myself because I'm just like, where the people at? It's people everywhere in New York, 24/7.
Like, where they get this gas tank? That was my question.
It was in a garage. It was in a garage.
And what kind of gas was it? Could they not smell it? They must not have been able to smell it. It was just all of a sudden.
Oh, carbon monoxide? Monoxide. Carbon monoxide, maybe.
Maybe. Or maybe nitrogen or something. I don't know. But I was just like, man, they died quickly. It wasn't like a gradual kind of thing. It was instantly. So it seemed like something working that fast, you would have been able to smell it. But anyway, that's my chemistry rising back up to the surface. I'm gonna put that back down. I haven't done chemistry in a long
put that back down. Put that back down because we too cerebral at the moment.
I know. They got killed pretty quickly though. And like you said, they went in mask and then Drew could take his off. So the gas dissipated. I guess when they opened the doors, it just all magically back out. Girl, I can't think about it too hard or it's gonna make me not like the show. It was a good episode because it had a lot going on, but it was kind of rushed. Like they only got one more episode and they were trying to tie up a whole lot of loose ends. And they just were like, oh yeah, let's bring in Tommy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
It didn't match.
Tommy's show is coming up next, so they want to get us all excited.
I can't wait.
And is it gonna be a crossover? Because he done kidnapped Tasha. Is Tariq gonna be on the Tommy show now? Or
good question,
he gotta
right?
get Mama back.
Right. So
mention your girl. You know, I get mad when they just say her name every week, but we don't see her. But
Noma.
We ain't seen her in like 5 episodes, but they had to mention her.
So I wrote that. So let's talk about that. So I was irritated by any means necessary. I was irritated that now, of all people, you're asking a 19-year-old child to get green cards for you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because nobody else in the world is connected enough to do it. It's only Noma or Tariq. They the only two people.
Tariq is the most connected 19-year-old on the planet.
He ought to have an ulcer.
He don't ever eat, and he don't go to the bathroom. He don't take showers.
No, all we see him do is sleep. Well, he does have sex. He don't even sleep though, because they always show the other person, sleep, and he'd be awake thinking. So it was something else.
He don't go to class.
And I love Tariq, but I thought it was sloppy of the writers to have him put that file under his mattress.
Yeah, and money and the file under. That's the first place people look.
Yeah, it was a little. It might as well have been in his underwear drawer. It's like, if you got a room, a dorm room, and he just shouldn't have kept it there. He could have put it anywhere else. It didn't make sense for him to put it under his mattress.
But it had to be easy for Diana to find.
Yeah, and why would he leave her in his room after that? I don't know. I just would have been like, yeah, you got to get out because I'm leaving. I ain't never left nobody.
No, he didn't. He didn't leave her in the room. She left first. He took the phone call. Then she broke in with the credit card.
Oh, she did use the credit card to come in. Now, if you got a room with that kind of lock, you should never have anything important in there. I'm telling myself, I have opened a door with the credit card before.
Me too. But it's only a certain kind of lock.
Yeah. It's only a certain kind of lock. You can't have no deadbolt or nothing. You got to have one of those locks where you just turn the thing at the bottom.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, he does live in a dorm, so that's how they are, I guess. But so the thing that you missed that I missed, obviously, was Effie. So when she first went to jail, her hair was long and down because her and Kane was messing around and stuff like that. She didn't have no clothes on. When Davis went to visit her, it was all in a bun with her baby hairs. And I was like, I told the person who brought it up to me, I said, it's funny that you say that. I said, I did miss that. I said, but I did make the comment in my head, her hair is super neat and wavy with the baby hairs. Not thinking that it wasn't that way when she went to the holding cell, because she ain't in jail. It's literally like a holding cell. She ain't been processed or nothing. But yeah, so yeah, they messed up with the different hairstyles that she had.
You saying that she didn't have time to go put her hair up in a cute bun when she got arrested? She want like, hold up. just give me a minute. Give me my jail real quick.
She was. Anybody in here got a brush? Yeah. So yeah, you missed
we
that.
We spent a long time on our confusion and everything. Okay, so we skipped over some things.
Yeah, we did. We skipped over a lot of stuff. Braden's punk ass.
Braden.
Mr. Can I just get a break?
Do you count that as his first murder, or do you think it's more so he just got a little pushy and pushed his uncle over, but it was more of an accident?
Oh no, he did that
on purpose. His face afterwards looked like he didn't mean to.
I think he went there to. I think he went to see what was going to happen. And then when they went outside, he saw an opportunity. I don't know how he going to get out of that, but because clearly a building like that going to have cameras and they know who went up there.
You would think. You would think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So he might have had that look, but that's his first kill. I think he did it on purpose. It was dumb for him to do it there because, like I said, if you're in a building like that,
you would think they had like security downstairs. You got to sign in or something like that. So I don't know. And
they might own the building. It might be a Westin building. You don't know, but they got cameras in a building like that.
It wouldn't make sense for it to be a Westin building because they were all looking for him.
Well, how did Braden know where he was?
The family was looking for him.
Right. So, how did Braden know where he was?
It was it something Kiki said?
Might have been. But he went right there. And Tariq knew where he was. So he called Tariq. Well,
Pinky found him. She followed Braden. And then she called Tariq.
Pinky. Yeah. So yeah, that damn Braden, he was funny. He's such a punk. Can't hit him with that door. He was like, I need to go to the hospital. And then Tariq was like, you're good. It's just a scratch. Like,
get out to bed. You're good.
You're good. It's just a scratch.
So with the uncle, Uncle Lucas dead, they could pin the whole Ponzi scheme on him. The Westons will be out of trouble, possibly, and everything will be all fixed up. So that was a little too neat, unless they can pin the murder on Braden. He'll probably still get out of it, but that's what happened.
Yeah, so now Tariq gotta get green cards. He gotta get Braden off. He gotta go find the money for his what you call it thing, his trust fund. He gotta get his trust fund money back. He gotta go find Tasha. He gotta go to school. He gotta keep Kane off his back. It's that poor baby. He's stressed out.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to carry the weight of the whole world because he's dealing with a bunch of idiots. He's dealing with a bunch of idiots. And then of course Noma will show up next week because it's the finale. And because she's supposed to be the baddest. And then probably her boy is gonna turn on her since Tariq is gonna help him with the green cards. It's getting a little, it's a little predictable. But they might surprise us. They do some things that don't.
Well, they already surprised us. They brought back Tommy and we sitting here going,
The only way they surprise us is when they do shit that don't make sense, though. Right. That's the only way they surprise us, because they got to throw a curveball. Like what should happen? They be like, no. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna bring ghosts back from the dead. They gonna do something dumb. So
I forgot to recall Lucas Obi.
Obi? Like Obi-Wan?
Wait, Obi. Oh, was it Obi or I wrote Obi? What? I thought. Oh, never mind. Maybe he did. He said Obi. I thought he said Obi. Anyway, Braden was crying because he wanted a day off. I thought that was so funny. I said, and Tariq was good to get in that ass, because he is like, you always want to be a part of the shit when everything is going good and I'm solving everybody's problems. But then when soon as it's time for you to step up and do something, you want to run like a bitch. And I just went, that's most people.
Tariq full of shit, though. Yeah, he did kill his own father. I give him that.
Yeah, but he said I never said that.
Everything else he does, he protects his own family. He does. And so it's natural for Braden to want to protect his own family. Tariq ain't putting the drug game over his family. He's not. He's not putting this shit over Tasha, Yaz, and Estelle. He's not. So it's unreasonable for him to expect Braden to do it. But I feel Tariq on the fact that I'm out here dropping bodies. You can get some too. You can go on out here and dead a couple of people along the way and quit whining.
But see,
Tariq don't get a day off. He couldn't even stay in the hospital and sleep. As soon as he woke up, I gotta get up out of here. So yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but here's my other thing. Braden is doing nothing but reaping benefits from Tariq. And I understand the one thing that Tariq did ask him to do, which happened to be kill his own uncle. Either you kill your uncle or you come up with something. Well, what Tariq came up with was killing the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Braden don't even try to think of nothing. I mean, yeah, he came up on this idea about the coffee thing, but that was not too far-fetched. He's not
really about this life, though, and we know that.
Nope.
We've been saying that Braden ain't really that one. He's not that dude. He's not trying to be hardcore in it. Tariq didn't initially, but
but Braden did stand up for Kiki to his dad, and to keep Kiki out of trouble. So I guess that's one good thing that he did. But I just, it's I don't know. Braden just one of those takers. It's just funny as hell to me. It's funny. Tate stay with a plan to try to get stuff, whatever's gonna benefit him. So we got Tate, and then he said, I'm already giving you 5 bands a week. I was like, God dog, can I get that?
Yeah, and they tell us this in these shows, the drug dealers are always making just like ridiculous amounts of money, but it's never enough. They can never just be like, all right, I got 20 million, I'm out. I'm
gonna sit down.
Mm-hmm, they can't, and they can't even really enjoy the money most of the time because they got to hide it from the feds and from the other drug dealers. So it just seems like such a stressful life that it shouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, but between paying for, at one point, you remember he was paying Davis. Then he had to pay back some money. What was that? What was the reason he had to make to gather up all this money within a certain amount of time? I'm trying to remember what that one was about. It might have been Davis too. Who knows? But I mean, all of his money in the very beginning was going to Davis. The sun went down because it started raining.
Oh, okay.
Tariq. It's just funny to me that this is basically a 19-year-old child doing all of this. I can't get all the thinking, all the planning. He's in
tying up
this part of New York and this part of New York at the same damn time.
At least he got a car now.
No, because Two-Bit got his car.
Well, he took Two-Bit's car, so he got a car. I'm saying like he was walking for the first 2 seasons, pretty much. Everybody's like, get that baby a car. How he the biggest drug dealer in New York on foot
and don't own a car? Well, he can go get Effie's car because she wrapped up right now. So the next show, so that they got to wrap up a lot of things by in this one show. They got to wrap up the fact that what's gonna happen with Effie. They got to wrap up what's gonna happen with Braden, or if anything's gonna happen with Braden. As a result of Lucas being thrown off the
building,
the balcony. And I'm trying to think, is there any way they can say that was a suicide? I wonder if that'll come up. They gotta, so how is Tariq going to move forward looking for Tommy and Tasha? Then there's the one you said about Noma. What's gonna happen with Noma? And do we even know that guy's name? The African guy, whatever his name is.
Who cares?
And is that it? So that's like 5 things.
Monet and them. Did you say them?
So
Monet hasn't suffered any consequences for killing the policeman.
Nah.
No, but that police report is out there. Like, it's not locked away in Davis's safe. Tariq had it, and then Diana got a hold of it. And so, I don't know. It just may blow back on her. That and the fact that she just killed the whole Guap family. Were they the Guaps? I can't remember.
No, the Guaps were the people.
Another group.
Yeah.
What was this family name? They didn't even do nothing. They just got their whole family killed this season. Like, no, seriously, they didn't do anything to get murdered like that. All the
they got murked for real.
They did. Every single one of them. It's pretty bad. So she gotta get some blowback for that. And for Lorenzo's death, I think it's gonna have to come down to her and Drew. They gotta face off. So that's gotta get tidied up next episode too.
And then finally, the obsessed Jenny and Blanca.
The Rico case.
The Rico case. And
Lauren. Yeah.
Lauren. What's gonna happen with all of that? So that's 9 things. I stopped counting. That's 9 things that need to be wrapped up in a 58-minute show.
Yeah, unless they go like the show I always mention that you don't watch, Succession. I think they said the last 2 episodes are gonna be more like movies, because this week was an hour and 30 minutes. So maybe they'll make a really super long one to tie everything up. It's a lot when you're trying to watch. Like, a 45-minute show is enough, but when they be dragging on to like 55 minutes, an hour and 10, I'll be like, it's like, am I still watching this? Gotta pause, come back, go to sleep, wake back up, be rewinding.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finish watching the rest of the Power again and get to the Tommy thing. But it just really confused me. It really confused me, and I'll go back and watch the last episode of Force too to see what you're talking about that phone call, because I could go back to my notes.
I just went back to it and looked, and they didn't show him get a call from Monet at the end, but they do show Jenny. So Jenny Sullivan is in that episode, the last one of Force. I just was looking
but again, it makes no sense. It makes no sense that somebody escaped from New York to Chicago and keep the same cell phone number.
He could have the same cell phone number and have multiple.
Isn't his mom dead? Didn't his mom die?
Bro, you are taxing my memory today. You know I don't have the... I do okay for some things, but I can't hold on to but so many. They say you can't keep but so many things in your memory. So.
Yeah, I'm like, well, my point is, it's not like he needed to keep a connection in New York. Because because I know the stepdad died. I do remember that part, but I don't remember what happened with his mom.
I don't.
Kate.
Kate. Yeah. And maybe they'll explain some more. They probably know fans have some questions. Like you said, we were excited, like, yay, Tommy, but wait, Tommy? Yeah, you know.
In the same breath, you be like, Tommy. Come from. Like, oh, yeah, that was crazy. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what transpires in the next episode. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
I Ain't Trying to Be Funny, but we got to close out some. We got to so we closing out. Put a ring on it, and Power Book 2.
Yeah, but the next podcast we do is still going to be all of these same shows, and we haven't dropped anything yet.
What we gonna drop? Put a ring on it and Power Book 2.
It's still gonna be one more of these that's gonna be super long. So we'll see.
They like hearing us talk.
Yes, thanks for listening. And we have some new subscribers recently. Hey. All right, when we hit that 100 mark.
I know. Yeah.
We're getting there slow. We're creeping. We ought to do a live podcast from Lyrics and Linen.
That'll be so cool. How I'm gonna do that? Be in two places at the same time. Be like, come on, band, get on stage so I can go record this podcast.
No, we just have a live setup. We just be talking about the show. Like, y'all need to come on out. Yeah, I don't know. I just had I told you I have ideas in spurts. It'll be gone. And if you don't, well, at least this is being recorded. If I don't write it down, it's gone. Yeah. I'll be like, I don't even remember what I was going to tell you by the time you call me back. My memory is trash.
I know, because we've done that a couple of times. You like, I'm like, I'm out walking. What happened? And you like,
no, I have to say, remind me to tell you about blah blah blah. Not just remind me, I got to tell you something. That ain't enough information. I got to be like, remind me to tell you about the dog that was on the corner yesterday. Like, it's got to be real specific. Remind me to tell you
like I did today when I got out the shower.
Right. When it hit, you gotta say it.
Yeah. All right, till next time. Thank you for joining us. Holla.
Bye.